The stories of some of our favorite Marvel characters are some of the best parts of the movies. Number 5, Nebula. The story of Nebula and Gamora goes way back before they were introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy. Since she was younger, Nebula was always bested and tortured by Gamora in combat to her father's pleasing. It was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 that audiences fully saw the extent of Nebula's horrible life and the impact it had on her. Fans discovered that Nebula was not just an evil daughter of Thanos, but a lonely, broken person who just wanted a sister. The arc was highlighted in Avengers Endgame when Nebula interacted with her past self in the third act. Number 4, Spider-Man. First appearing in Captain America Civil War as a kid from Queens turned friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Peter Parker was taken under Tony Stark's wing and mentored into becoming someone who doesn't need a suit to be a hero. Peter has grown massively over his 5-movie arc and went from battling super soldiers in airports to alien armies in Endgame. Spider-Man Far From Home saw Peter come into his own without the help of Tony Stark.
You ready to give up?
Number 3, Captain America. One of the saddest but most satisfying endings in the MCU was certainly Captain America. Throughout his 7 appearances, Cap has always tried to do what is right, and there have been times when that meant different things for Steve Rogers. In the first Avengers, Steve fought against Hydra, which was clearly the right thing to do. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Steve began to see the world as more gray instead of black and white, and Civil War showed Steve being more selfish as he fought to defend Bucky from Iron Man. Although it's unlikely that Chris Evans will return, Cap managed to set aside his differences with Tony, save the universe, and get his love story ending with Peggy Carter, a character who is present in some form in every Captain America movie. Number 2, Iron Man. Back in 2008, when fans were introduced to Tony Stark, he was a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, and even by the end of the first movie, he had changed. After seeing what his weapons could do, he shut them down and focused on righting his wrongs. After settling down with Pepper, mentoring Peter Parker, and sacrificing himself to save the world, it's hard to imagine the Tony Stark that we saw in Endgame being the same Tony Stark as was revealed in the first Iron Man movie. Number 1, Thor. Thor has arguably had the harshest life of any of the Avengers. He lost his worthiness and hammer in his first solo film before regaining both, but losing his brother. Meanwhile, undergoing a huge personal transformation from a battle-hungry boy to a worthy heir to the throne. Thor, the Dark World, saw him lose his mother and his brother again before losing his hammer again and his father in Thor Ragnarok. Once he learned that he did not need Mjolnir to be a hero, he became the fully fledged god of thunder and was at the top of his game. But failing to kill Thanos and by extension failing to save his friends from turning to dust put Thor into a pit of despair and in an incredibly dark place, even after all he had lost before. Thor then returns to his strongest form by the third act of Endgame and was instrumental in defeating Thanos.